Hello again, my dudes, this is Kadimo, welcome back to the channel, and I'm bringing you another Elden Ring DLC build video. First things first, I gotta credit this build to the YouTuber Lost. I actually got the idea from him. I just tweaked my build to my own preferences, but the idea is entirely his, so credit to him. If you don't know who he is, I'll leave a link in the comments in the description section down below. You should check him out, he's actually quite cool. Uh, so for this build we're going to be using the broken Ansbach Longbow. Now, to boost things even further, we're going to take advantage of the arrows, Stormwing Bone arrows, which cause storm damage. As you can see, it's from the description, flies enshrouded in storm winds, breaking enemy stances and guards with ease. So not only it's going to do a lot of poise damage, but most importantly, it is a storm arrow. And that's what we want because we're going to be using storm buffing items. The Enraged Divine Beast and the Divine Beast Helm. And on top of that, we will also be buffing the arrows with the Arrow Sting Talisman and the Arrow Soaring Sting Talisman. And the Shard of Alexander boosts the Ashes of War and the Power skills. And both our bow and our weapon, our melee weapon, the Zamor Curved Sword, not only do storms, but they also have Ashes of War with storms, so they will also be buffed twice with the Divine Beast Helm and the Enraged Divine Beast Talisman. Now, to boost the damage even further, I am also using the Rakshasa armor set, the chest, gauntlets and greaves, and that's pretty much the build. Just for a little bit of extra damage, I would advise having some Exalted Flesh. This build is particularly fun for invasions, so that's what I was doing when using this build. It's also quite strong for PvE. I will give the usual two examples with the Black Knight and the Chief Blood Fiend. For the Flask, if you are doing PvE, Blood-Sucking Crack Tier and Stone Barb Crack Tier, just to get that guard breaking even further and increase our damage. If you are doing invasions, I would suggest changing the Blood-Sucking Crack tier for the tier that prevents death, just in case you are about to get hit. It's always a nice thing to have a second chance. Also, Uplifting Aromatic to protect not only yourself, but also the Mimic can be quite helpful as well. As for the stats, I will have 151, Vigor 55, Mind at 21, Endurance 35, Strength at 14, but it goes to 17 because of the Elm, and Dexterity 80, but it goes to 83 because of the Elm as well. Intelligence, Faith and Arcane are untouched. So basically what you want to do is use the Ash of War with this bow, which fires the barrage of arrows. And as I have explained in my previous Ansbach bow video, this Ash of War is bugged. So it doesn't really matter if you hit with one arrow or if you hit with all of them. The damage will be the same as if you have hit with all of the arrows. This applies also for effects such as bleed, poison. It will have the same if you hit one arrow on all of them. So the boosted damage from the Stormwing Bone arrows is going to be massive because each arrow is going to have boosted damage not only from the arrow talismans but also from the Divine Beast talisman and the Divine Beast Helm. And that's pretty much it. If you do be playing invasions, the Stormwind is actually quite cool because the Ash of War, it's a storm, it also causes frostbite, and the attack it's actually quite nice. On top of that, it's a weapon that scales C with strength, but most importantly, dexterity B, and that's where we want to take the damage. Requirements are 16 strength, dexterity 18. Because of the Elm, we get the 16 strength, despite we only have invested 14. The Longbow, strength and dexterity D scaling, it requires only 9 strength, but massive 43 dexterity. If you read the description, it does justify that you need to have the big dexterity demanded to use it. But that's pretty much the build in a nutshell, guys. I hope you do, guys, try this one. It's absolutely fun, especially for invasions. I can imagine that people get massively triggered by this. But first of all, let's go for the PvE examples. If you are not subscribed, now would be a good time to do so, and I'll appreciate the support. Enough talking, let's dive into the action. As per usual, we're going to start with a Black Knight, consume some Exalted Flesh, get that old spice going, prepare the flask. There we go. Now we're just going to do some arrows. The thing with the Black Knight is, and I want you to notice it, is that because of his shield, he's going to block nearly all the arrows. But when it hits, it does about 4,000 damage. I actually nearly got killed here, got a bit lucky. Still, just get back into your space. Hopefully the Mimic did get his attention. I accidentally switched to the melee weapon, which I didn't want to do. But there you go, still easy to get the job done. Not ideal because of his shield, but doesn't really matter in the end. Now for the Blood Fiend Chief, gonna summon the Mimic as per usual, so we can buff in peace, or at least try to. He's actually smashing me again. I also got a bit lucky here, but doesn't matter. Find my space, heal, get that Exalted Flesh going, try to dodge. Mimic still going through trauma because it really has a thing with the enemies outside the fog. But hopefully he will get the boss's attention. Ah, there we go, he finally did. Get that old spice going, get the flask, and then each cast does nearly 4,000 damage. Does a lot of poise damage as well, but that doesn't even mean here job is already done. Now for some invasions, I did cut the parts where I'm looking for the enemies, or else the clip will just take like 40 minutes. So I just shortened them up to the parts where I found where they are. And there they are. There's two of them down there, at least. I don't know if there's a third one, but I definitely can see two. Thing is, that is a very narrow corridor. It's a tunnel. So that means that the moment I jump down, as long as I have enough space, enough room, I'll be firing straight away. So I noticed they took too many steps back. That's enough room for me. Goodbye. Boom. 1,000 damage the first cast. And then again, nearly 1,000 damage. That one goes down, both go down. GG. So easy. Now, same thing here. Shorten up the clip so it doesn't take you the entire day to watch this stuff. Here we go. Here they are. There's three of them. Not a problem. Try to get rid of one at least. There you go. One is gone. He actually manages to hit me here. The host is coming furiously at me. I took too long with the arrows, so I need to actually regroup, find my feet, heal a little bit so I got enough room to escape. There are some pillars down there. I think I'm going to try to use the pillars to avoid the double poking. So that's what I'm going to do. There's one of the pillars. This is actually not the best one because there's a jar there and it can get a little bit in the way. The best pillar is that one there on the other side. There's a blue coming as well. Not a problem. Ooh, 1,060 damage. Ooh, another 1,060 damage. Nearly got him. Nearly. Now we gotta be careful with this host because he really wants to poke us. And we got someone casting fire, someone throwing spells at me. Not a problem. We'll try some ice. Fortunately for them, they did manage to escape. Just barely. That one is gonna go with some heavy fire damage, so we gotta be careful with that. Try to just go around, try to get some space so I can cast my storm and maybe trap the host in the process. And that's what happened here. He actually walked into my frost and his HP just disappeared. GG. That's it. Fight is over. I don't even need to kill the two of you. Let me just go, buddy. Just let it go. GG. Now for the next one. Poor guy. I actually feel sorry for this guy. He was right there when I showed up. So I didn't even need to do anything. I actually was accidentally not using the Ash of War. It's like, what am I doing? Ash of War. Boom. 960 damage. I think he just gave up straight away. But still, we'll finish the job with the sword. And there you go. GG. Job done. Poor guy was on his own. Or maybe his friends just abandoned him. I don't know. Now, this one is actually funny, because you can see this guy was ganking people. He was letting them to believe he was on his own, where you can clearly see he is not. His friend is right there, with the mimic statue, you see? But it's funny that they think they can fool me. I know pretty much the layout of the map completely. I know where your friend is. And I know you're just trying to trap me into thinking that this is going to be an honorable duel when I know it's not. But his friend didn't attack me here, which is surprising. I thought he would. I actually nearly died, so I just gotta get back on my feet. And there he is. There is the friend. See? The statue is no longer there, is it? It's a curious little thing that the moment a second invader showed up, his friend just no longer wanted to be a statue. But that's fine. I'll finish you off. Come here. Bye. No spells. Thank you. Now, the other invader actually... Poor guy just got spammed storm calls to death. I actually got hit here. He's going for a storm build as well, as you can see. He's got the helmet. It's probably got the talisman. And he's just spamming that stuff. I'm going to have to corner myself here just so I can get enough room to escape. Get that other heal going. Of course he wants me inside, but that's not a problem. Let's try to get some damage with the bow. Lucky he actually figured out what I was about to do, and I can't compete with how fast that Ash of War is. My Ash of War is actually quite slow, and then I realized, oh, that is actually a good idea. Thank you for the inspiration. I'm going to try to catch you just the same way with my storm, and that's how I managed to find my win. I'm trying to get him to go behind the wall. He finally does. It's my turn. His HP just goes. And then I finish him off with a running R1. GG. Now, this guy, again, he was on his own. I don't know if his friends got killed or abandoned. But if you are on your own and you are just trying to escape an invader and you trap yourself with these scorpions, you are pretty much going to die anyway. Because these guys are relentless. In any case, I'll do it myself. 1500 damage. GG. Now let's go for another one. These two guys in Shadow Keep, there's two of them. I need to try to dispatch one of them straight away because there's too much room here. There's too much space. There's no way for me to corner them. So let's try to get rid of that one. No, I'm sorry, I don't do waves during invasions. I know he's going to try to heal, so there you go. GG. Now, where's the other one? There he is, trying to get me mad. He nearly did. He actually did a significant amount of damage. So I gotta regroup. See if I can get him with my arrows. There you go. Boom. Oh, no, didn't connect. Not a problem. Let's try again. That one did connect. Nearly killed him. He's going to heal. Yeah, he's going to heal again. So, GG. There you go. Bye. Have a wonderful time. Now for this one, I had to shorten up the clip significantly. It took me forever to find these guys. But there they are, there's three of them. That one's got a shield, so that's going to be a bit of a problem because he's going to block nearly all my arrows. And that guy is just casting spells. Lucky for me, I managed to kill one of them already. But those two are going to be a problem because one of them has a shield and the other one is just casting that Ghost Flame Comet massive thing of destruction, which does, look at that damage, Jesus Christ. I gotta be careful with that one. So I actually was planning to just try to disguise myself as a coffin or something, which I did, but unfortunately you can actually clearly tell the difference, that this doesn't belong here. I was hoping it would be a wooden box, but no more wasting time, they are already here, so it's a bit pointless. I just gotta focus on avoiding that comet. Jesus, if that thing hits me, it's gonna cause a tremendous amount of pain. In any case, I'm still trying to get him maybe stunned a little bit. I'm running out of arrows. Gotta try to just find another way to cause damage. And I thought, okay, if it's gonna be with the storm from the blade, it's gotta be with the storm from the blade. I was hoping they would follow me past the corner, but they didn't. But, well, then they did. This guy decided to walk into it, and I just finished him off quickly. And then another blue shows up, which is fine. And he nearly got the same treatment. Lucky for him, the other yellow guy was still there to save him with a rocket. Not a problem. Now, let's go for one more. Look at the damage I'm gonna do to this guy. He has no armor, so GG. Vigor test not passed. You gonna just 944 HP. Really? Okay. I was trying to fool this guy by coming the other way around, but I guess he was expecting that. He could have just walked into the boss area. I'm glad he didn't. And then I realized he had the Rivers of Blood. Okay, that's gonna make it interesting. Try to get some damage going. Nearly got him there. But the storm doesn't have that massive reach. Unfortunately, I just wasted FPs here. Gonna try to do some damage. But first, I wanna... Oh, Melania's Blade. No, hold on. Storm didn't happen either. Okay, let's get some FPs back. Get some Exalted Flesh going. Let's try the bow again, just to see if it happens. Nope. Okay, let's go with the sword then. Oh, I'll take the trade, not a problem. Oh, nearly. Oh, Frostbite. There you go. Oh, there you are. 690 damage, and that's the GG. The next one is going to be the last one, and I'll let you guys watch it because it's going to be a very, very quick one. Unfortunately for him, I invaded here. Again, thanks to Lost. Check his YouTube channel, and I hope I'll see you guys in the next one. Thank you for watching. Cheerio!